Hello, welcome back to GameSpot's continuing coverage of Gamescom 2014. I'm Danny Dwyer, Lisa James is there.
Hi.
Extender mode. Well, I guess the business days are like kind of done now.
Yeah,
It's kind
everyone's
fading
kind of
off a bit.
dwindling out. It's quite nice. More seats around than there were before.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And you saw a video game today, a game with a title so generic, I had to write it on the inside of my wrist so I could remember it. It's called Shadow Realms. This is Bioware's 4v1 thing.
So Bioware Austin have kind of been keeping a little quiet, so they did the Old Republic and then it was just nothing. So then they came out at EA's little digital press conference thing with Shadow Realms, 4v1, it's not Evolve, and you get to so there's 4 kind of everyday heroes, and then there's some kind of rift between this kind of world where magic's been allowed to flourish, and then there's our world, we have all technology.
Sounding familiar.
Rift gets punched through, and all of these regular Joes get magic powers, and so you can mix up with like weapons and magic. But then when you go into this other realm, there's obviously a guy who kind of wants to mess stuff up a bit. There's the Shadow Lord, who's super powerful. He can, set the environment. He can lay traps and bombs and bring in other like animals and beasts and then possess them. So I played a bit, and I've got to say it's so much fun.
Really?
And the thing is, I was absolutely terrified. I played as the Shadow Lord, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna die. So the Shadow Lord can't die, first of all, amazing.
Are you controlling this like third person, isometric, what is it?
Yeah, so you can control it. So when you're playing as the Shadow Lord, if you're just Shadow Lording around,
as you do,
they can't see you.
Okay.
And you can just lay spike traps and bombs, and every time you reach a kind of safe room, you get like another power, another ability, build it up slowly that way. And you can possess any kind of minions that pop up, and you can summon beasts, and then you can possess that. Another really cool one I really loved is when you basically become a clone of one of the heroes.
Okay, nice.
And they don't know it's you.
Yeah.
And so you can just like, oh, I'm fighting with you guys, and then backstab, and you do loads of damage.
Great.
So your job is to basically stop them getting to the final room, defeat the final boss, who you can possess as well, which is so much fun. But then it's Bioware, so there's going to be this overarching episodic storyline, there's going to be romancing, single-player progression.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going to be done episodically, so each episode might end in like a cliffhanger. There's, single-player stuff you can do, and then you can kind of round up some friends and be like, hey, want to take on a Shadow Lord? And you're like, yeah, let's do it.
How long were the levels taking? Was it similar kind of 20-minute skirmish stuff?
The whole thing was about 15 minutes, I'd say, which is a pretty decent chunk. And I had a lot of fun. I mean, it's going into alpha within about 2 months. People are signing up for it now. It's going to release late next year. I'm really excited.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Color me excited too. Stupid ass generic name. Come on. Think of a better name for it right now, on the spot.
Shadow Lords. No.
That's actually kind of better.
Yeah.
Shadow Lords. Bioware.
Shadow Lords.
Get it done. Gamescom 2014.